Turkish Airlines Euroleague. I feel devotion.
In this episode, our game of the week was nothing less than dramatic. We paid tribute to the bwin MVP for January. We talked to coach Rimas Kurtanaitis about Himki. We went to Lithuania to catch up with Tremmell Darden of Žalgiris Kaunas. And don't forget to stay with us for the top 3 plays of the week. Last summer, CSKA Moscow searched all over Europe to find not only some great players to bring in, but especially some winners. Vladimir Micov hasn't won a Euroleague title yet, but he has those skills that every coach loves. He's smart, he's efficient and down to earth, and he's very good at playing in the forward position. In fact, he reminds many of his predecessor, Ramonas Siskauskas.
I had a chance to play against him once when I was in Caja Laboral in Spain. He's an unbelievable player because he can do everything, like coming off, shoot, post, pick and roll, really everything. So I'm just trying to, not to copy, but just to try to do some things like him. And for me, he's unbelievable 3.
Like Siskauskas, Micov was called on by Ettore Messina when the Italian coach started a new program. Not only is he aware of the huge pressure to win with CSKA, he also knows that he would make an unforgivable mistake if comparing himself to the Lithuanian forward and 2-time Euroleague winner.
Every year I have to try to do my best to try to improve my game. So then maybe in a few more years to try to make some comparison between me and Siskauskas. But like I said, he's really the best 3-man for me ever in the Europe.
However, expect him to be an extremely consistent and reliable player. He didn't come to Moscow to put on a show, but to keep his mind focused on the team's target, and he is looking for the most direct way to reach it.
Everybody's asking why you don't dunk. Simply, that's not my game. My theory is like 2 points is 2 points. So if I even go like in the fast break 1-0, why to spend some extra energy to dunk?
Micov and his teammates were facing the toughest road game possible against undefeated Real Madrid.
They have good organization, they have skills, they have athleticism, and like the very good team, they have stepped up defensively in the top system.
On the first games of the group, we were able to establish our good defense. Other teams are trying to don't let us run, control more the tempo of the game. But we demonstrate that we're able to compete on any kind of game.
Coming off a severe home defeat against Malaga, the Russian side have suffered only 2 losses this season, but both coming from Spanish teams. We all wanted to see this game as a true test between 2 title challengers. We had a ferocious defensive battle, as both coaches expected, and also a reliable picture of what these teams are bringing to the table. Real Madrid's shooters are the men that hold the key of the offense, but it was really impressive to see how they match the power and the athleticism of the Moscow players. At the end of the first half, a Sergio Yul special set a 6-point margin for the home side, with one of his trademark buzzer-beater shots. CSKA responded with their big men. Sasha Kaun, Zorek Erceg, Nenad Kurstic ended the game in double-digit scoring. The game was back on level terms and neither side could tip the balance in their favour in the final minutes. Rudy Fernandez missed a couple of free throws. Milos Teodosic failed with a long-range 3-pointer. With the game tied at 66-66, we needed overtime. Madrid went on to win 86-78, and it was all thanks to J.C. Carroll, who was simply on fire after half-time. He combined 24 points in the second half of the game, including overtime. He started this top 16 shooting 5 on 21 three-pointers in the first 5 games. But here he decided to go back to his usual habits. He hit 6 for 8 from behind the arc, scoring 31 points. He was the perfect partner for Rudy Fernandez. Rudy provided an all-round contribution, including 5 assists, 3 steals, and 7 on 13 from the court. He was the cornerstone of the team once again.
In the important moments, I like to take the responsibility. I think we play very good. I think JC is be aggressive today to the basket, to the rim. And I think we have 6 games in a row in the victory, so we are happy about this.
The Real Madrid star finished the game with 20 points, and he set career highs with 13 rebounds, which is an amazing statistic for him, and a performance index rating of 34, earning the bwin MVP of the Week award for the 3rd time this season.
I think we play very good in the second half with the defense. We control the game, obviously in the overtime. So we are happy about this win. I think CSKA is one of the best teams in Europe, so we are happy in this victory.
While Real Madrid remained undefeated in Group E, the other match, Montepaschi Siena had to defend their perfect record against Barcelona in what was a huge test for the Italian champions. However, despite an injury to Juan Carlos Navarro, FC Barcelona Regals showed all their defensive potential to stand in the way of the Italian side. The home team's front court was just too strong for Montepaschi Siena, with struggles with the big men. Of course, Montepaschi were missing Thomas Ress, who had been playing well in the top 16, but the home team had too much quality in the paint. Ante Tomic's skills were too much for any of Siena's big men, as was the rotation with Nate Jawai and Erazem Lorbeck. Then came the career high for Javier Rabazeda, who set a personal record of 16 points without missing any of his 6 shots in 17 minutes. Barcelona took the win 85-66, matching Siena's 5-1 record and grabbing first place in the group. With an overall record of 14-2 this season, the Blaugrana are showing their power. Regardless of the defeat in Spain, Montepaschi Siena still has something to be proud of. Point guard Bobby Brown has been named Turkish Airlines Euroleague bwin MVP for January. He deserved this mention, leading his team to a perfect 4-0 record last month, highlighted by his career night in Istanbul, where he scored 41 points and a 98-92 success over Fenerbahce Ulka Istanbul. The former Asseco Procom and Oldenburg player is having his best personal season ever. He has been named bwin MVP of the week 3 times. He's the leading scorer in the competition by far, with more than 20 points per game. Last month, Bobby averaged 24 points, almost 5 assists, more than 7 fouls drawn, for a fantastic index rating average of 28. He also made some decisive plays, such as the winning layup at Olympiacos. With performances such as those, he should easily be considered the most improved player of the season. He did find a way to score 19 points in Barcelona, but this time it was not enough for his team to get a win. However, Bobby and Siena can still look forward to the next games to reach a playoff berth and try to continue on their unexpected path. In Greece, while Olympiacos Piraeus and Panathinaikos Athens are two big rivals, it's not unusual to see some players switch from red to green and vice versa. It's quite normal as they are by far the biggest clubs around and can incite the best players on the market. Stratos Perperoglou joined his former Panathinaikos teammate Vasilis Spanoulis last summer, coming to the Red Nation to keep winning as he has done throughout his career.
It wasn't an easy decision for me, but I'm happy to be here. Things are very good in my new team, and I'm satisfied with this new experience.
That wasn't a big move in terms of logistics. However, he just had to adapt to embrace a new tradition.
The only thing that changed is the area that I live. I live closer to the water now, so but my life is the same.
Perperoglou knows what it takes to win a title. What he doesn't know yet is the feeling of a successful title defense. He never made it when he landed his 2 Euroleague titles, but that's what he's looking for with the reigning champions Olympiacos. They are looking for the first repeat in Greek basketball history.
Defending a title is probably the most difficult thing for a team. So it's a very difficult decision for us. Everybody wants to beat Olympiacos. We have to give our best effort to do well.
He and his teammates know that they are playing with a target on their backs since the opening game. And Stratos also recognizes the biggest threats to deprive them of the title.
So far, Real seems to be stronger than last year. CSKA is always a tough opponent, Barcelona. I think it's a very competitive Euroleague this year. You can't really say that one team is above all the others.
Olympiacos hosted Fenerbahce Istanbul to get a second victory in a row and continue on its way to a comeback in the playoff positions. It was a close matchup in the first half, with several lead changes as Fenerbahce Ulka looked resolute to take its first top 16 win on the road. Then in the third quarter, the home team coasted away. Kostas Papanikolaou started a 15-2 run ended by Kyle Hines. It gave the local team a 20-point lead. It was déjà vu for the Turkish side in top 16 to get in trouble after a balanced first half. Vasilis Spanoulis was again the most eagerly awaited man in red in his duel against Bo Mikaleb, and he showed his prowess one more time. Perperoglou helped in setting up the final score, 82-71, and the Greek side are now closer to fourth position, while Fenerbahce Ulka stands at 1-5.
I'm Curtis Gerald.
I'm Serhat Çetin from Beşiktaş.
Follow all the EuroLeague action on Twitter at EuroLeague. And while you're at it, follow me, Curtis Gerald, the number 0.
And you can follow me, Serhat Çetin 15.
Olympiacos Moscow region have been recognized as top 16's Group F loose cannon as the team demonstrates tremendous improvement week by week, defeating some of the biggest powerhouses in the competition, such as Real Madrid, Barcelona and Panathinaikos so far.
And a lot of skeptics before the Euroleague talk that we are not strong enough to pass the group to go to top 16. We did this. So now we're ready. We will see what will happen.
One of their biggest skills has been their amazing talent handling with the clutch plays when the games are on the line. That's how they won 3 games by 1 point on their march to this stage. Their ability to bet on the winning horse is just amazing.
Sometimes these decisions is, I don't know when to tell is right, but it's happy. And we get success on this, and how to explain this, I don't know. It's just feelings come from inside, and just we take decision like that.
Coach Rimas Kurtanaitis has basketball in his blood even more than in his mind. That's the way he coaches, sometimes taking some unexpected decisions, like calling a timeout after 90 seconds at Caja Laboral Vitoria on Friday night, when his team trailed 4-2.
I do a lot of things just for feeling, because I was a foreigner player.
That goes along with his own players' feelings, and it works.
If you ask me why you make a substitution like this, or why you make the plays like that, sometimes I have no answer. I just feeling that at this moment we must play exactly what I think now.
As Kurtanaitis has found the right channel to communicate with his players, they are following him blindly.
I think he's a player's coach. He gives us a freedom, and we don't take advantage of that freedom like in a negative way. I think we are taking some positives, and we are doing good.
As Zoran Planinic said, freedom doesn't mean insubordination. They know they can use it because everybody knows what to do and what to expect from each other. And the results have really paid off, as the players are capable to execute play after play with the same success.
We're happy that we have a Zoran in the team and another guys who is listening to me. They respect me. It's very important to have a contact between coach and players.
That happens when passion drives you more than the training.
Maybe they feel that it's not just from the books. It's just I take this from the life.
Against that deployment of talent, organisation and self-confidence, Caja Laboral had little answer. Zoran Planinic hit the final basket for an 83-71 win, with 5 men in double digits, which should make Rimas Kurtanaitis even more confident for the rest of the season. Žalgiris Kaunas have been surprising Euroleague basketball fans by winning their regular season group and showing competitiveness in the top 16 even when they lose. Apart from the home defeat against CSKA Moscow, the Lithuanian side combined a 6-point margin in the 3 other previous defeats at this stage, all on the road, proving how tough they are in Group E. We should credit their teamwork, of course, but also some of the players that are helping make a difference. One of those is the American forward, Tremmell Darden. He moved to Kaunas last summer after his first experience in Euroleague in Malaga. His Spanish run ended in a bad way, with a serious injury, but after putting together some proper statistics, such as more than 8 points and 3 rebounds per game in 26 minutes.
Last year's campaign kind of ended short for me with the injury to my thumb, but I'm just thankful to God every day for the opportunity to continue to play at a high level, and playing for a team like Žalgiris, where it's a big tradition. You know, it's known in Europe for their tradition, not just here in Lithuania. I'm just thankful and happy to be a part of something like this.
When he came to the Žalgirio arena, he discovered how amazing is the love of the game in this country. He couldn't find any better way to get back on the floor with a big smile.
We have 15,000 fans here screaming and very, very rowdy. Enjoy the game of basketball. And you want to use that to your advantage. You want to take advantage of the fans that come to support you.
His team lost 4 of their first 5 top 16 games, but they never lost confidence. As for himself, Darden has put the bar very high concerning how good he would like to be in helping Žalgiris. His role model is no one less than last season's MVP.
I really liked the way Andre Kirilenko played the game last season. He dominated, but not in a way where you would just be like, oh, he shot all the shots. He did everything well. Now, he has 6 inches on me, but I want to be a type of player that can just have impact on all over the game.
However, he knows that nobody gets anything for nothing. That's why he wants to put together all his personal skills to reach both his individual and team goals.
Whenever the opportunity presents itself, show what I can do based on, the situation of the game. But I'm not going to go in there and try to overthink and overdo and do too much, because that's when you start messing up and you start focusing on yourself instead of the team.
He was on the right road on Thursday night when Žalgiris returned to winning ways over Alba Berlin. Tremmell gave his usual contribution, scoring 17 points and adding 3 rebounds and 2 assists, with a performance index rating of 21. After Yasin Idbehi scored Alba's last advantage in the first period, Žalgiris took their first double-digit advantage with the dunk from Mindaugas Kuzminskas just before half-time and then killed off the game. Marko Popovic scored 12 of 14 unanswered points starting the third quarter, as Žalgiris crossed the 20-point lead mark. The German side could not find a way back and Žalgiris won 92-56, taking a third home win of the season with a margin of 28 points or more. Anadolu Efes Istanbul is having a brilliant top 16 start, and it's all to the credit of a team which includes great veterans such as Kerim Tunçeri, class of '79. Kerim has built his experience playing for some of the biggest clubs in Europe, including Real Madrid, Ulka, and now spending his 9th season with Anadolu Efes, making him a true icon for this club. Nobody better than him can explain what it means to wear the Anadolu Efes vest, a further reason to be proud to overcome the pressure.
Everyone in Europe knows about Efes, but especially this year, we have to show everybody that, okay, we are good team, everybody knows us, but we have to do something and we have to play Final Four this year. This is our main goal.
Kerim and his team haven't been competitive enough to reach a playoff berth recently. This year's outlook seems to be different. That's why he is really confident now.
Last past years, we didn't do a great job in the league, in Turkish league, also in Euroleague. But this year we built a very good team. Very good coach.
Tunçeri knows his coach Oktay Mahmuti well, having worked together previously, and he understands his philosophy.
I played with him 4 years when I was 22. He knows what he do, The main stuff for him is the defense. If you play defense, you will play. If you don't, you will not play.
Kerim provided solid help in a crucial game at Malaga last Friday night, scoring 4 points and serving 3 assists in 15 minutes. It was an important step on the way to the playoffs, and Anadolu Efes had to repel the assault from Unicaja. Coach Mahmuti's team built a 16-point lead, bridging the second and third quarter. Earl Callaway scored 10 points in the last quarter to cut that lead, as Unicaja overtook Anadolu Efes, leading by 2 with 4 minutes to go. Then a lucky Jordan Farmer and a fast, smart Joshua Shipp grabbed a precious win for the Turkish side, 78-73, and are now on a 5-game winning streak. That's all for this week, but before you go, let's take a look to the top 3 plays of the week.
Number 3, Barcelona, Spain, genius at work. Sarunas Jasikevicius with a no-look assist to Nate Jawai, who dunks it to the delight of the home crowd. Number 2, Piraeus Greece, Kaya Pekara Fenerbahce gets the ball down low, but Kyle Hines rejects his shot. And And the #1 play of the week, Kaunas Lithuania. Mario Delas of Žalgiris drives and brings the crowd to its feet with a huge slam in traffic.
See you next week.
Turkish Airlines Euroleague. I